Hey guys, we are going to practice some more cursive writing today. We're going to go back over real quick all the letters that we've already learned. Remember, we've learned all of the circle letters. Circle letters are called circle letters, of course, because they go with a circle, just like O. See my circle for A, a half circle for C, circle and up, down for a D, circle and down with a loop for a G, circle down and the loop goes the other way for a Q. You notice how they all start up here at the top and they go around for a circle. That's why they're called circle letters. We also learned the pointy letters. Pointy letters go down at the bottom. They go straight up and back down like a point. There's I, and we had T's the same way. We also had J. We went up and down with a loop like a G. See how the loops are the same with G and J? We also had an S where we went up for a point and then around with a big belly. Remember, there's our S. R goes up for the point, but then it goes over and then back down. Then we also had U. We go up, straight back down, up, straight back down again. Remember, there's our U. Up, straight back down, up again, then down and up again with a little arm, and there's our W. And then we had P. Remember, P was kind of trickier. I think it's kind of tricky, but they all have a point. That's why they're called pointy letters. They all start going up with a point like that. So there's our pointy letters. We also wrote a few words. Remember, words, all these arms that the letters have. You see the arms that they have? They have arms so that they can be connected when you write a word. Like when we wrote dog. D-O-G, dog. See how they're all connected with their little arms? We wrote it, I-T. Go back and cross it. Cat, and remember, you don't pick up your pencil until you get all the way down with the word. And then we had dig, D-I-G. You can let him in, sweetie. And then we had part, P-A-R-T, part. So that was what we have learned so far. So today we are going to learn our hump letters. And now I bet you guessed they're called hump letters because they are made with a hump. Very good. The first hump letter we're going to learn is an X because it actually just has one hump. And when I say a hump, this is a hump. And then we cross it for an X. You notice how there's the hump, almost like a hill. And then we cross it. It does kind of look like an X there in the middle. So you just make the little hump, cross it with an X. Little hump, cross it for an X. Hump, and almost kind of like a wave, isn't it? Hump, and cross it with an X. You don't have to have, like this one, they kind of have long arms. Sometimes you don't have to have such a long arm. Up, cross it with an X. Up, cross it with an X. There's our hump letter. That's X. We also have N. N is made like this. Now, a print N just has one hump. But in cursive, we got to start down here at the bottom with the humps. One hump, straight back up, and we have two humps. That's an N in cursive. I know it looks like an M, but that's an N. Up, straight back down. Now be real careful. Sometimes when we make them, they can look like that. And you see the difference how this one's kind of all stretched out. It doesn't look nearly as neat as these two. So let's try not to stretch them all out. See if I can fix that one. See, when I make my hump, then I come straight back up to make the other hump. So straight back up to make the other hump. One hump, two humps. One hump, two humps. There's an N. All right. And remember, guys, you can pause me if you're not ready. We went a whole row of X's and M's. I was going a little bit fast today. I have a meeting in about 7 minutes with Miss Hamilton, so I'm trying to go kind of fast. I'm sorry. All right, here's an M. You start down at the bottom again. M's have 3 humps in cursive. So it's just like that. It's a lot like the N, but you just give it another hump. So X's have 1 hump, N's have 2, and M's have 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, try to make them all come straight back up. That way they're nice and neat. See, straight back up when you make the next hump. We don't want to do that because that just doesn't look quite as neat, how they're all stretched out like that. We try to make them as neat as we can. So up, and then up again, and then up again. There's our M. That might be, can even fit a little bitty one in right there. There we go. So there's our M. All right, our next letter that we're going to learn is V. And V is kind of like the X. It's got one hump like this, and you come back up and give it a little arm. I know it looks kind of like a U, but that's a V. And you got to go all the way up, and the arm's up here. That's the difference kind of between an X and a V. See? Hump, back up, give it the little arm up here, and it kind of looks like a V, doesn't it? Just like that. It's almost like a little wave. Whoop, doop. Hump, back up, give it a little arm. Hump, back up, give it a little arm. Hump, back up, give it a little arm. Hump, back up, give it the little arm. That's our V. These are pretty good, aren't they? All right, and now we're going to learn Y. We're going to try to learn Y. All right, I think I'm going to try to erase our X's just so we can see better on my Y. Let's see. I can make it up here and it'll be a little bit easier to see. I'm going to erase my X's and my N's so I can work there. Oopsie. Don't worry, I can fix the lines. I need blue lines back, please. Thank you. And I'll fix the red line too. There we go. Okay, so Y. Y is a hump letter, so you're going to go up with a hump, back up like a V, but then you come down under the line and give it a loop like a G and a J. So it's a lot like a V, except you go down under the line and give it a loop. And it kind of looks like our print Y, doesn't it? There you go, up. I'll back up, straight back down, and then give it the little loop. Up, down, up. Give it the little loop. Up, down, up. Give it the little loop. Up, down, up. Give it the little loop. There's our Y. All right, and then this leaves us with one hump letter left, and it's Z. And now Z is going to look a whole lot like a Y, but it's kind of strange what we have to do. So on a Z, you're going to go, oops, I'm not sure what I just did there, but okay. A Z is going to go up like a hump. You're going to go kind of over a little bit and back and then give it the little loop. I know you're like, what? Up, over, back, give it the little loop. A lot of people think, oh, it's like a 3. And it kind of is like a 3. That's what a lot of kids say when they make that. They're like, oh, it's kind of like a 3. Kind of like that. Hump, over, back, over, and then give it a loop. Z's are kind of strange looking, aren't they? They are. I agree. I'm not... Oh, see, that one was kind of crazy. I'm not the best at making Z's. I don't really like making Z's because I'm not very good at it. So, hump. That was a little better. Hump, doop, doop. There we go. Do your best you can on your Z. I know, like I said, I think those are very tricky too. Well, okay. We have now learned all of the all of the circle letters, all of the pointy letters, and all of the hump letters. We just have a few letters left and we've got the whole alphabet. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm going to leave you here just to practice the hump letters today. And then when we come back the next video, we will write some words with the hump letters, okay? And all of the other letters. So if you can think of any words that we could write with all of the letters that we have learned, any word that would have some of those letters, you let me know. And that's the word we will practice. Maybe even some of your names. Okay, happy practicing, guys. See you later.